Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, V-Jump Leaks has finally gotten out on the internet, and with that we do now know the next 2 Sparking units that are coming to Dragon Ball Legends, and it's none other than BROLY from BROLY's Second Coming and Metal Cooler. So, luckily this thing has been translated thanks to Goresh on the Reddit, shouts to Goresh, but it says, characters specializing in defense arrive in Ultra Space Time Summon number 12. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly's super attack is the Eraser Cannon. He nullifies enemy attacks other than some special arts cards. He also reduces damage taken via cover, sustained damage cut. And then it shows Metal Cooler's super attack is not visible in the scan because unfortunately for the person who took the picture, they literally cut off the rest of the bottom part, so it is what it is. But continuing, it says he destroys a random amount of arts cards in the opponent's hand and inflicts attribute downgrades every time your opponent uses an arts card. He has great defensive and healing capabilities. And then afterwards he says that it's hard to make out the bottom, but it looks like something has to do with, you know, creating new equipment, sending new messages, and something about titles. But that's practically all that we have in this scan. Now, as far as BROLY goes, I'm gonna be honest, he's kind of meh to me because I don't think that, like, with them releasing a new BROLY, though I understand that it's BROLY from BROLY's Second Coming, he's not going to be anywhere near where Dragon Ball Super BROLY is at, like, at all. There's just no way, or at least me personally, I don't see a way. Granted, I mean, him being able to nullify like some attacks other than some special arts cards is kind of cool, and he reduces damage like when he swaps in, but there's nothing really outstanding about this iteration of BROLY at all. Like, maybe there's something a bit more to him that we'll be able to see once, you know, we actually get like the previews available within the game, you know, I'm assuming in the coming weeks. But as of right now, he doesn't really seem too special, if you will. I'm sure it'll be kind of cool to get him, but he doesn't really seem too special. Metal Cooler, on the other hand, is someone I'm really interested in for a multitude of reasons. Before we actually get into, like, you know, talking about, you know, his stats and all that stuff, one downside is the fact that, you know, like I said earlier, his special attack was cut out from the scan. I don't know why this person thought it was a good idea to just like cut it out, be like, okay, you know, this is fine, I'm gonna put it up. It's kind of important to know what moves he has, but I digress. From the slight bits that we're able to see on like that bottom like edge before it gets cut out, there's only 2 moves that come to mind that Cooler could use that kind of fit that notion. One is obviously Supernova, because we do know that he has that move. And the other one, which I would actually be much more of a fan if this is his move, is Lock On Buster. And Lock On Buster is a move where he practically looks at the opponent and sends like a really like barely visible, like, I guess, signal, that's the best way of putting it, to the opponent, and then upon impact it explodes. So if that's the move that he has, that's actually really cool. But if it's Supernova, it is what it is. I hope that they make him unique, but that's just speculation because we will definitely not know unless we, you know, finally get the info from either Bandai or whatever the case may be. Anyway, actually getting onto his abilities, the fact that, of course, he can destroy a random amount of arts cards. Being able to destroy arts cards in general is a good thing. So seeing that it's a random amount, it goes anywhere from 1 to 4. So you can either be lucky enough to just knock out your entire, or your opponent's entire deck, or be able to just knock off 1 card, but that 1 card could be an ultimate card. It could be a Dragon Ball card. If they have a main ability and they bring their special ult, you can knock that card out. Who knows? But being able to destroy cards is always a good thing. And not only that, Metal Cooler inflicts attribute downgrades every single time your opponent uses an arts card. It says nothing about the move having to connect. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna have to connect because, I mean, if not, then that's gonna be kind of busted. But still, anytime your opponent attacks you, they get a nerf, like a nerf or a debuff or whatever the case may be. That's actually kind of unique, and I really like that. It kind of plays into, I guess, his entire shtick, if you will, of him being a quote-unquote good defensive and healing unit. So I'm all down for that, because if that's the case, then you can use him to, I guess, really punish your opponent indirectly, if you will. Like, practically allow Cooler to take damage, inflict all of those like attribute downgrades, and then potentially heal yourself, swap out, and then, you know, go accordingly. But the other thing is, what tags is he going to fall in? Like, without a single doubt, he has to be in Lineage of Evil because it's still Cooler. But if you guys know Metal Cooler, he can regenerate. So it would also make sense for him to be a regeneration unit as well. That way you can kind of throw him into both teams and be able to utilize him accordingly. Right now, regeneration is looking really good. And Lineage of Evil is not a bad tag, but they're kind of lacking a particular unit, and it's a red unit, which is the main thing that I'm interested in this meta cooler, is that I hope to God they make him a red unit. Granted, I know that's kind of weird to say when we have Goku GT, who just came out, and of course Gogeta, who are both blue units, and if I'm not mistaken, even Ribrian is really good as a blue unit. So it's kind of contradicting, but at the same time, Lineage of Evil has, like, you know, the units to take care of blue units. I mean, they have a green unit with the fourth form cooler, but I would really love to see a red unit for that team, so that way you have, I would say, you'll be able to cover your bases in any regard concerning element factor anyway. But that's how I feel about Cooler. I do hope that he's a red unit. If not, I'm sure like people will find a way to like make him work. But even so, that's really all the information we do have on this scan. But I do want to know, are you guys hyped for Broly from Broly Second Coming, and of course Meta Cooler? Let me know in the comment section below. With that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.